Hi everyone, it's Cards by Rachel for the stamp stop with another card making tutorial using the Sassy Cup. I'm using the animal cracker die. It also comes with a matching stamp and stencil to create some cookies. And there goes the paper pad. It is a Halloween pad as you can see, but we can use it all year round. And the Go Bananas and Despicable awesome stamp sets. The animal cracker stamp set and the animal cracker stencils I'm not using today. You can use them to create some cookies, animal crackers to go in that animal cracker chips bag basically. But I'm making a banana bag today to go with these cute yellow friends. Here you can see this is a Halloween paper pad, but these colorful patterns can be used all year round. That's what makes it super fun to use all year round. And I'm just attaching that and I'm cutting out the frame piece of the die out of some brushed silver cardstock. I'm gonna attach my double-sided tape to it. When I saw this die, I was instantly like, we need to make a banana bag out of this. I like to think outside the box and not use the products that are meant to go with something. Obviously, I also use things that are meant to go together, so to say, but I also like using things, that's not promoted like that, or same with the Halloween paper pad. You can find some fun patterns there sometimes that work all year round. Same with Christmas pads or all sorts of things. With these dies as well, you can do this banana bag that I'm doing here. Just attaching a piece of acetate, by the way. Making sure to brush it in with my bone folder so it's nice and secure. And now I'm just gonna cut around to make sure it's not visible. But yeah, you can use products all year round. You can do the Halloween candies in this chips bag, cookies, the animal crackers, bananas, strawberries, whatever you want to do. Here I've used the frame and put it on another pattern paper from this paper pad and cut around it as well to turn it into a shaker. This is not needed if you have the base die for this set, but I forgot to order it for myself. So I had to make do with this. It's a bit more work, but it still works. But if you have that base die, it's really more easy because you already have that base piece. No need to cut around and stuff. Same with this topper. I traced the die on some white paper and then put on the pattern paper because it cuts it in pieces, so you can mix and match as well. Like do one piece of that topper red, the other blue, for example. So yeah, I needed to create a base piece again myself to put that on. But if you have the base die, that's not needed. I attached that topper with some double-sided tape, and here I'm gonna put double-sided tape on the top and the bottom. And that will be to sort of attach these pieces. The zipper, well, it's not a zipper. The ripped edge pieces of the chips bag, I suppose. And I'm just gonna attach them to the top and the bottom here. And that will finish our top layer of our chips bag. Now, if you wanna stamp a sentiment or your acetate, like I'm gonna do for this card, I would suggest you do it now and not while when the shaker is all put together like I did. Because I forgot about it and it was kind of a hassle and more difficult to get it done. If you wanna stamp on acetate though, you need StazOn ink. It's the only ink that will dry on acetate. If you use a dye ink or any type of other black ink or white, it will not dry. You can wait very long, but it's not gonna happen. Off camera, I stamped some yellow bananas using sunshine ink from the stamp market and cut them out myself. And I'm gonna use those as some shaker bits so we can actually make a banana bag. I'm also adding some iridescents and some bright pink and I believe, what was it, light pink? Yeah, and some light pink sequins. And I'm just going to shake them up and make sure they're not all attached together. And I'm just adding a bit more of the white one to fill up my banana bag a bit more. And again, just making sure it's not stick together. And I'm actually going to take some of the bananas and put them more in front of the other sequins so they are more visible that way. Here I'm using the Trinity stamp picking tool again. It has this sharp point at one end and a wax point at the other, which is great for small die cut pieces and stamped images. And I'm just taking off that double-sided tape. And for shakers, I always like to add a bit of liquid glue as well. Don't add too much because it will show in your acetate, but I want it to be nice and secure. So I always like that extra adhesive. And then we are gonna place that banana back topper on top of it. And I like to use like a big acrylic block, or you could use your die cutting plate, for example, and to make sure it stays on. And here you can see I made a mess. There were some shaker bits stuck, so I just removed them. And here I'm just laying it on our base card to show you what it would look like. And here you can see me stamping that image and using that black StazOn ink there. It did work. It didn't stamp as crisp as it would have if I just did it before, but it was good enough. I did need to reattach some of my shaker parts because I pressed so hard to get it to stamp that it came loose, so I did that off camera. So basically remember to do that when it's not together yet. Here I just laid out my stamps on my card to see where I would like them to go. And now we're gonna start coloring this yellow friend, and I'm using Olo markers. They are alcohol markers, but you can use any type of alcohol markers, pencils, watercolor, whatever you prefer. I use the white 2.3 and the white 2.2 here to color in the yellow parts of this cutie. And I'm gonna use some grays, the CG5, for his, what is it, glasses? I'm not sure what you would call them. I think they're sort of glasses. And for his gloves. And then I'm gonna blend that out with the CG3. I am so happy Sandra from the Sassy Club came out with these stamps, because our son Eden has some pajamas from it and he instantly recognized another card I made with this, and he was all excited. So this is super fun to create for me. And here I'm using the B4.6 and the B4.3 to color in these cute overalls. And of course you can do everything like in the colors you prefer. I went for a blue and red theme here, the R1.5. I used for some of the details on his overalls. And then here we go with the CG7 for his shoes and the part of the glasses that holds it to his hat. I'm not sure, the band. And the R5.1 for the inside of his mouth. And then I'm gonna use my Prismacolor and Castle Art pencils again to enhance those shadows on the image. I'm using like this orange yellow pencil to enhance some of that, and I'm gonna do the same with all the colors. I actually also myself really love these movies. They are so fun, and I actually used to have this like t-shirt with a little girl and her cute little unicorn that says it's so fluffy. That definitely was one of my favorite parts of the movie. So yeah, this brings back memories for myself, and that our son Eden loves it is just an extra plus. And yeah, again, we have 2 stamp sets for this, Go Bananas and Despicable Awesome, which is always so fun when Sandra does that. The same with the animal cracker die, like it goes with the base piece. So she always comes with add-ons, and I absolutely love that. Here you can see I'm adding some white highlighter to some of the areas. I just like that look. You can skip it. I know not everyone is a fan of those white lines and dots, but now we're gonna start on a cute little girl with her It's So Fluffy unicorn. And I'm gonna make her hair black, so I'm using some grays for that. I'm starting with the CG5 to color in all the hair. I actually really struggle with coloring hair. I'm not the best colorist there is, especially when coloring hair, but I try my best here to give it some texture, and I'll actually give it some more texture with my pencils later. And here we go with the CG1. The unicorn is white, but I always like to give it a light gray when coloring stamped images to just give it a bit of color. Here I'm using RV 1.5 and RV 1.3 for the hair of the unicorn, her shoes and her hairband. I thought it would be fun to add some bright pink colors to go with the sequins that are in our banana bag. Here I'm using the CG3 and CG1 for the hooves and the snout of the unicorn. If you are looking for a creator that colors really beautifully and explains it, I know Amy Young from Sweet November Stamps does lives on Facebook quite often, and she just shows you how she colors backgrounds and images and with color combinations. You can ask her anything, give tips. Like, I'm still started to watch those as well, and it's crazy, but she also tells like it takes practice, to get as good as her. But yeah, that's definitely a recommendation for me if you want to see how you can color really well and those shading and different color combinations and just add texture. She explains also holding the pencil differently. Well, all kinds of tips. You can watch her lives back as well in the Sweet November group. So, definitely give that a shot. Here you can see I did use some black pencil and added a bit more texture to her hair and just enhancing all those shaded areas again. And here I'm actually using a colorless blender pencil just to fine tune those blends where I didn't do it quite right. And again, with my white pencil, just adding some nice little details to this cutie. This is definitely my favorite image from both stamp sets. As I said in the beginning here, I found that the 5x6 was a bit too large. So I'm actually going to cut it to 4.5 by 5.5. Yes, 4.5 by 5.5, because I found there was a bit too much emptiness on the card, but that's more because I have trouble with that. You could definitely still use the 5x6 and have some more of the pattern paper showing. All thing of what you prefer basically. Here I'm just seeing if I want that banana bag to go straight or sideways, and I decided on sideways, so I'm just gonna attach it with some glue, and then of course we need to attach our little cuties. So I decided to do her more up high and then one low in the middle and one kind of in the middle on the left side. So we have a nice, something to see on all sides of the card basically. So they are divided nicely. That's what I'm trying to say. And here I'm just attaching them with some liquid glue. And then I'm going to use my favorite Purples Press tape again. It's higher than normal tape and it's repositionable for quite long. So I'm just going to attach those on the sides of our yellow friends to make them more secure. And it makes our cute shaker card done. I'll show a video where you can see it more up close. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on all that other good stuff. And I wish you all a very crafty day. Bye!